And I want you guys to understand that every single day you go on retention, you're going to become stronger. Okay. This is what I cannot make up, bro. Listen to me, fellas. I don't understand what you guys are not hearing what's coming out of my mouth, bro. Okay. I mean, stronger in every way that you think. Okay. If you want to be that guy with all the muscles, you can be that, because you don't seem to understand on the energy that you hold within your body as a man. You seem to don't understand the ability of your natural testosterone. You've never tested it. You've never pushed it to the limits. Okay. Instead, what you've been given is you've been given, okay, this false persona that society has given us. We've got the pro wrestlers, we got everybody that is in the sports area, and all these people are out there are unnatural. Okay. They're taking synthetics, they're taking steroids. Okay. But what you don't seem to understand is if you decide to go that route, what's going to end up happening to you is you're going to destroy your natural testosterone. Okay. And this is when you wreck your life. This is when you become a junkie on the TRT. This is when you become a junkie on the SARMs, because you can no longer produce natural testosterone. What I'm sitting here trying to tell you guys is, bro, you underestimate the power of how strong you're going to get when you are retaining your seed. Okay. You become a literal monster. Okay. Let me tell you how I know I became a literal monster. Okay. And I'm just going to give you a few examples here and there. Okay. And this doesn't signify it, but this does prove my point. Okay. We'll start in the strength realm, since that's what most of you guys always want to talk about. You guys always worrying about strength. You always want to worry about lifting weights. You always want to worry about bulk, and you're trying to judge somebody else's avatar on those qualities alone. And you don't seem to understand that someone that's holding OGIS, bro, will have this glow for your ASS. Okay. I want you to understand, man, Bruce Lee. Okay. All these people who had straight chi power could have power to knock out a man 3 times his size. Okay. And this is the type of energy that you are encompassing on semen retention. This is all the stuff that you are taking for granted by going outside of yourself. Okay. And being a supplement junkie and taking all this stuff into your body that's going to destroy you in the long run. Okay. When you have this thing called natural T, bro. Okay. When you build up this OGIS, when you build up this Jing inside your body, bro, you have kinetic energy power. Okay. You have a power that man has not been able to try to measure yet on any type of devices. Okay. You have the glow. This is what all these movies are trying to signify you. This is what Bruce Lee was trying to tell you. Okay. You have this ability that other people don't have, because your natural alignment of all your energy and all your chakras are in line. Okay. This is a special type of gift. We're talking about Dragon Ball Z type of power here. Okay. We're talking about Super Saiyan. You guys are so infatuated with these types of things that you don't seem to understand that all of this stuff derives off of us and our power as a man once we hit God mode from retaining our seed. Okay. Ascending these 7 chakras, bro, coming into this power that we have as men. All right. This is what all this stuff comes from. Okay. But you guys seem to don't understand, and you take it a joke, because in this world, okay, this matrix that we all like to call it, that we all like to sit here and act like we understand. Okay. All of us sit here and think we understand the matrix. But if you understand the matrix, why are you still failing the matrix? If you understand the matrix, why are you not succeeding in these areas that you're supposed to be succeeding in? Okay. This proves to me that you guys don't understand this matrix. Okay. This matrix is set up, all right, very sexually. Okay. It has a lot of temptations in this world, and that's set up that way to keep you from receiving your power. It's set up that way to keep you, okay, from leveling up in life, all right, and becoming a true Super Saiyan, and understanding that how much power you're going to encompass in a world like this. See, some of you guys are stuck on the physical. You thinking that you need the physical to survive. Well, here's what I want to tell you, okay? The physical part of life is only one little small part of life, okay? You need your mind, okay? You need your body, you need your spirit. You need so many different elements in life to be able to navigate life, okay? To be able to create things that you want, to be able to create, okay, money, to be able to create abundance, okay, you need other things in the physical aspect of yourself, okay? And this is where most of you fail, because you put all of your energy into that area and you seem to don't understand, okay, that you are built way more sophisticated than that, okay? You are literally walking of a manifestation of the creator. You have all these gifts, you have all these powers, you are made in the image. And yet all we want to do is stay stuck in our lower nature, which all that weightlifting, all that stuff that you're doing is stuck in your lower red nature. I don't care if you don't believe me or not. It's stuck to your ego. That's why you worried about how big somebody else is. That's why you worried about what you look like on camera. That's why you worried about what you eating, because you're still stuck in the ego. I told you a long time ago, all y'all have failed, and you guys are sitting here mad at me because I'm up here supposed to really be teaching this class to get you to understand on what it is that you don't see. And so many of you guys are failing in that cast of the ego, but yeah, you want to try to tell me that I have an ego. I don't have an ego. I have extreme confidence, something that you don't have, something because you're unable to constantly and consistently complete streaks of retention. Okay, I told you what you're going to get. It's going to make you stronger every single day. Okay, and I'm not just talking about in the physical, I'm talking about in the mental, and I'm talking about in the spiritual. You literally become untouchable. You become your best version. Okay, you're not going to be able to beat me in anything as far as creativity goes. You're going to lose every time if you try to compete with somebody like me. I'm tapped in, bro. I'm the wrong person to try to choose to compete with, because number one, I'm not competing with you, and number two, you will never be able to be on my level until you have created and done the things that I have done. And this is where that respect for me should come in, okay? But this is where I know most of you have not put in that work, because you don't have the respect for somebody who don't sit up here, who don't ascended to be a master of retention. Okay, you're disrespectful, all right, and you're in your ego, all right, because you're not willing to learn. Okay, here you go in the class, Mr. Bruce Lee's up here teaching the class, but yet you want to sit here and try to teach Bruce Lee how to do a spin kick. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, and this is how you know what we're dealing with in our community as far as people go. Okay, they don't understand. They're lacking in the knowledge. Okay, they're lacking in the wisdom. Most of these guys are young. Okay, most of these guys have not gone on a long journey yet, and this is where you get all that ego. When I was young, I thought I knew it all too, partner. Right, but I'm older now. Okay, I've put in the dues. Okay, I've been on here longer than some of you guys have been in school. Okay, I've been on this journey here for a very long time. Okay, I've been on the internet for a very long time. Okay, so when I come and tell you something is facts, believe me, something is facts. And on semen retention, you get stronger every single day, to the point where people can't mess with you. Okay, like I said, man, if I really wanted to easily come on here, this is how these people think. I have to do this to get you guys to understand how these people think. These people think just because you don't got a whole bunch of subscribers that your content is not relevant. When you have more watch time hours and you have more views than these people that have 30, 40,000, 50,000 sometimes cases, okay, subscribers. It's not about subscribers, okay? It's about quality of subscribers, okay? And the way that I have conducted myself on the internet, it brings me quality subscribers. I'm not getting a whole bunch of bots because I'm creating content in all these different niches trying to get subscribers. Okay, the focus should never be on that, and this is how I know most of you are lost, and this is why I'm telling you I'm not even competing with you. And if I wanted to compete with you, believe me, I would blow all of you guys out the water. And that's a little bit of ego talking, but I'm telling you the truth. Okay, I'm out of that game. Okay, I'm not in this business to be trying to gain subscribers and gain fame. Okay, I'm in this business to tell the truth. All right, I'm in this business, bro, to awaken souls. I'm in this business to raise the consciousness. I'm the only one that's stuck in my lane consistently on what it is that I'm doing. Okay, while the rest of you have changed your names multiple times, the rest of you have changed your avatar picture multiple times, the most of you have changed what you talked about multiple times. Okay, who is up here with the consistency, and who's up here with the inconsistency? Who's up here showing you that they haven't figured themselves out yet? Okay, I don't need to battle with anybody, guys. Okay. I'm in my own lane. Okay. And you would understand that when you reach this height, that you are definitely in your own lane and you're doing your own thing. Okay. Because Most High has me on a completely different mission than he has the rest of you. This is why you guys need to knock off the competition, and you just should be supporting people, bro, who are giving you true knowledge and wisdom that's going to help you think outside the box and become a critical thinker. Okay. That's going to help you eventually one day on your semen retention journey that you seem to be struggling with. Because if you were on any kind of level of understanding, you would be up here thankful of somebody like me, okay, that you done found on the internet that is giving you information. There is nobody like me on the internet, okay? I come from a really small class of people, bro, who had really elite type of information that I was in that classroom, okay? I didn't see none of y'all in the classrooms that I was in, okay? And I was with great teachers, all right? And this is why I am in the position that I'm in, okay? And this is why I bring the information to you that I bring. It's not by coincidence. It was meant for me to do this, okay? I'm anointed to be doing this type of thing, all right? So when I tell you guys that in the world of semen retention, if you're trying to get stronger, if you're trying to increase your energy, if you're trying to become someone where you gain power, and I know a lot of you will look at that word power and you'll just start licking your lips of all the possibilities at this word power, okay? Because a lot of people will use power for the wrong way. But what I'm here to tell you, if you're truly trying to gain power in life as a man or a woman, regardless, okay, retain your sexual life force energy, okay? Men, retain your seed. Go on these long streaks, hit these 90-day plus streaks. Watch how your testosterone skyrockets through the roof. Watch how your mental power skyrockets through the roof. Watch how all your spiritual protection and all your intuition and all the things that you're able to see all around you with your third eye come online. Watch how amazing you start to perform, bro, when you're at the level that you're supposed to be at. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Most of us think that we can just eat the food, take the steroids, okay, and we're going to be at this high level. No, all of these guys, all of these Gokus, all of these Vegetas, okay, all of these masters of true power, okay, all they did was retain their sexual life force energy while they trained. Okay. They went along for long periods of times where they would go and they would train. All right. And they kept their energy because this is what boosted them over the top. This is what unlocked that pineal gland. This is what gave them that power. This is how Bruce Lee could see what you was going to do before you did it. Okay. This is what the masters did, you guys. And yet we still want to find ways around this truth in society. Okay. We got to stop it, bro. You're not going to be able to go out here and supplement for this. All right. You're not going to be able to go to your little Amazon cart, and go to GNC online and think you're going to be able to take some supplement with all these damn chemicals in it that's going to give you the power of a retainer. You're not going to be able to get the charisma. You're not going to be able to get the gifts, okay, that come with this. This is something that's inherited in your DNA. And the only way that it's going to unlock is if you go on the journey, okay? You're the only one, bro, who can pull this sword from the stone. You're the only one, bro, who can unlock this magic chest of gifts. You just got to want to do it. You just got to want to put in the time, the effort, the energy, and the focus that it takes to get there. Okay. And this is why I'm here. I'm here to show you and motivate you, bro. That's my job. I know I'm one of the best at my job, bro. I know, because the Most High put me here to do it. So you already know I'm going to be one of the best. All right. And this is why I'm trying to tell y'all, you got to do this for yourself, man. I'm already here. I told you my time is almost done on this internet stuff, bro. I've been on here, for 16 years, bro, giving you guys gems. I've been giving the health gems. I've been doing the semen retention gems. I've been on this internet giving from my heart for 16 years, bro. Okay. I'm not going to be here forever doing this, man. All right. This is why you got to understand on what I'm telling you is real, because they're not giving you real people in the community no more. All right. You're getting watered down people in here that ain't really taking this journey serious. They're not telling you nothing good. They're telling you the same mundane things that everybody else is repeating, because nobody else has gotten to a pinnacle high enough, bro, where they can have a whole bunch of information that they can regurgitate to you like a book. This is why my journey is so special. This is why you should be taking the things that I'm telling you so seriously, bro, because you're seeing it right in the real life. And one day you're going to be a part of this book. One day you're going to be a part of this journey that's going to be written down for others in this world, okay, to read and be inspired by, okay, and uplift and change and help people with hidden information, man, that they've been hiding from for all these years because they wanted to keep us low vibrational, okay, and degenerate. This is what the society has done. They make money off of people like me and you. I told you it's an information age. It's time for us to wake up to what's going on out here, guys. Okay. So this is what I mean when I'm talking about you won't get stronger. Look how I'm up here conducting myself. Okay. This is not an act. This is not a script. I come up here every single day off of my true authentic self and my genuine personality. You only get this by doing the work. Okay. Everybody else, everybody can do this. This is in every single one of you guys. All right. To be up here, all right, giving people inspirational things, knowledge and wisdom that's going to help their tree grow. And this is what we're supposed to be doing in life. This is how you know you've earned your crown. This is how you know you're going to graduate, bro. And this is why they start hating on you, because deep inside, their insecurities that they have, okay, shine the brightest when they watch somebody like me because I expose it all. All right. I'm showing you what you're really supposed to be doing. Okay. And most people just simply aren't there yet. All right. But this is why they still come here and watch, because eventually, like I said, they're all going to be inspired to change as I did. All right. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is what I want to do is I want to play a little video for you guys. Okay. This video is going to break down what I've just been talking about on how every single day on semen retention, you're going to get stronger. Okay. This is going to give you a little bit of the facts. All right. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back right after that and I'm going to play a little clip that I have on one of my videos that's going to tell you exactly what it is that you got in your seed. Okay. That is going to continue to make you stronger every single day that you retain it. So hold on one second.
Say if you're depleted, you've been over ejaculating, and you're just spraying seed all over the place, you're going to be depleted. You're going to have low sexual energy, and you're going to find that your performance in the gym is going to drop as well. You're not going to recover as well. So when you retain, this helps you to recover faster and build muscle better. Next, we get into increased focus and mental clarity. When you can do retention, you can enhance your focus and you free up a lot of energy. And when you can free that energy up, you can then better redirect that energy, because where your attention goes, energy flows. So bring that energy back and then control where your attention goes. Next, we get into emotional stability, which is talking about emotional groundedness, resilience. If you get into a challenging situation, say, for example, if you are a businessman running meetings and you're in a high stress environment, you can be more grounded. Or if you're trading crypto, something highly volatile, you want to be emotionally controlled, grounded, resilient, so that if you see that there is this high volatility, that you can still remain confident in your position, in your trade, to know when's the right time to get out based on what your plan is. When you do retention, this is one of the advantages, one of the benefits is you can tap into being grounded. You can be unperturbed by different emotional states. David.
So you heard what he said, right? I'm going to continue to play this video, but you heard what he said, right? You're hearing how you get stronger every day. I don't understand what you guys don't see what I'm talking about here, man. Okay, when I tell you that I am strong, you only look at me and think that I'm physically strong. Okay, this is where you will lose. Okay, I am strong in every single area of my life. I feel like a perfect man. Okay, I cannot make it up. All right. And this is something that you will never understand until you go in those deep depths of your soul and you really go through this life. You really go through this journey of struggles, of ups and downs, of through your chakras, through the hills and valleys. Okay. And you really face that dark night of the soul, you really face who you are, all of your positives, all of your negatives, all of the loneliness, all of the solitude. Okay. If until you really face this life, then you're not considered, and you're not going to be, and not going to be able to understand what it's like, all right, to be a real retainer. All right. You're just not. All right. And this is why I keep telling you guys there's so many levels to this. All right. A lot of you guys are out there in the relationships and you're retaining. Listen, again, you can sit here and say, I'm trying to tear somebody down. You can make everything you want up about the king. It really doesn't bother me, bro. Okay. I'm in my own lane. I've been doing this for years, bro. All right. I don't come on here to bring negativity. I come out here to point the facts. All right. And there's levels to this. And if you're out there and you think you're in a relationship and you think that you're getting these types of gifts, you're not, bro. Okay. Yes, you're doing retention. Yes, you are. Yes, you're getting all sorts of gifts, but you don't seem to understand what unbroken brahmacharya means. Okay. That means unbroken. That means no pleasure. That means no women around. Okay. This is a journey that you're supposed to be doing to hit your higher self, to become a complete man, and then present yourself to the outside world. But what we have in our society, okay, and mainly in America, is we have men trying to find other ways, all right, to still be able to do what they want to do in their lower energy, which again, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just telling the facts, player. People want to still be able to do what they want to do in their lower energy, and they want to try to expect to hit these gifts, to be able to unlock, this sixth sense, to be able to unlock their pineal gland, all these different things. Look, I'm not trying to say that there in some cases that wasn't possible. Okay, but it's highly likely that you're going to ascend to the levels that you want to ascend to, and you're having, kinks and leakages in your energy of that magnitude. It's just not possible, bro. And for you to think that, man, shows that you have a lot of arrogance in your energy field, man, and you maybe should check that. Okay, because that's trying to say that you can literally do half the work and still ascend to the heights of somebody who did all the work. Okay. It's not logical. All right. And this is what I want you guys to understand. I want you to understand you get strong, bro, in every single aspect of your life, man. Okay. You become the ultimate male. I told you all of these things. Look at all my videos. Go back and watch all my videos of everything that I've said about semen retention. I'm not lying to y'all, man. And it's too bad that most of you can't see it. Okay. You're going to wait till somebody like me ascends to a height that I'm going to be unobtainable to even reach. And then you're going to be like, he was telling me the truth the whole time. Of course I have. I've been telling you the truth this whole time. And I've been supporting my claim with information. I've been supporting my claim with science and facts. I've been supporting my claim, okay, with my own testimonies, as well as other people in the community, just like I'm doing tonight. Okay. And I'm here to tell you guys, there is nothing like semen retention. Okay. I'm not trying to tell you this is something that you got to do forever, but you're missing the point if you've never done it. Again, you've wasted your life as a man, because you're not going to be a real man until you have done this practice for 90 days or longer, until you receive a mature seed. It's called spermatogenesis. Okay. That's when a man's seed becomes mature. Okay. And what does that mean? That means when a man has actually done that one time in his life, he becomes a real man, because that's what the Most High always wanted you to do. That's how he always wanted you to walk around, be able to have this type of charisma and this type of energy in your life, so you can go out here and create whatever it is that you want.
Data talks about this in the way of the superior man, how you can be grounded, be the unmovable mountain, be unperturbable. But when you're doing retention, this is where you can tap into this state of being more grounded, of not letting your emotions throw you all over the place. Next on the list here, we get into testosterone. So when practicing retention, there's some interesting things that happen to testosterone. On the topic of testosterone and semen retention, I have a free testosterone optimization course that you can get for free in the link in the description below. And spoiler alert, semen retention is one of the strategies to optimize your testosterone levels naturally. Check that out for free in the link in the description below. And there's 2 research studies that we're going to talk about here. The first one saw that on day 7 of retention, that there was an increase in testosterone of 146%. I drew this graph down here for you. Check this out. So we see testosterone slowly increases, and then we see this bigger increase on day 5, with testosterone peaking on day 7 at 146% increase. And then following day 7, day 8, 9, 10, we see a drop off back down close to baseline. So it does look like in this study that I looked at, day 7, there was a substantial increase of 146%, which then following after dropped back down. There was another study that I looked at that found testosterone increases at up to week 3 of retention. So somewhere between 1 week up to 3 weeks of retention. And we're going to talk a little later on doing these longer strategies of retention, how you can avoid this danger of losing the size, the strength of your erections, of your male member. So
Okay, so here's what I want to explain. Number one, you got to understand this is just men running a few tests on a couple of subjects. Okay, nothing is ever 100% accurate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my interpretation. I'm going to give it to you from my journey. Okay, number one, he talks about how when the first 7 days that your testosterone increases 146%. Now listen, this is true. Okay, this is true. All right, this is very true. Now let me ask you guys a question. You're so quick to run out there and take some supplements that are going to do nothing but harm to your body. You're so quick to go out there and take some steroids. You're so quick to go out there and overeat and do all these things to try to get testosterone in your body. What you fail to realize is all you need to do is go on this practice called semen retention as a man. Okay. And you're going to discover a whole bunch of plethora of new types of information that you never knew. Okay. About yourself. All right, you're going to understand on the truth on how testosterone works naturally. Okay, let me tell you guys something. All right, at the very beginning of my semen retention journey, I was, that first year, I was a weight head. Okay, I was lifting weights tough. All right, and when I tell you on how much significantly stronger that I was, okay, in that first year when I was still eating the proteins, I told you guys I haven't done that in almost a year and a half now. Okay. I haven't eaten any flesh in almost a year and a half. But when I was on my first retention journey, I was eating the flesh and I was lifting the weights. And let me tell you guys something. I'm telling you guys the absolute truth. And it's the same thing still carries now that I still don't eat the flesh. The strength is still there. And here I am almost, 2 years later, 2 years and 3 months later from that, when I was, conducting that test on what I was doing with my body. Okay, here I am now, and I'm here to tell you, okay, that my strength is still there. I am super strong for my size. This is what you guys don't understand. And if I wanted to go back to eating 3 meals a day, if I wanted to go back to lifting weights 4 or 5 times a week, I would blow back up to over 200 pounds real quick. Okay, super swole. But again, what is the point of that? I ask you, why would one want to put his energy into that? Okay, as a man, when I sat here and told you there are so many other aspects of a man that you must work on, why would you want to put all your eggs in that basket? Okay, that's what you call wasted energy. Okay, because that type of energy that you're putting into an area like that, all you're going to be doing is wasting your energy to lift something heavy. Okay, that is not going to create anything in your life. Okay, it's not going to change your destiny. It's not going to change your future. Okay, it's more of an ego type of thing, because if you look at it, it's like sitting a big rock right next to you and picking up this rock and putting it down continuously for the rest of your life, thinking that that's going to provide you some kind of knowledge, some kind of wisdom, some kind of understanding about life. Okay, when I'm sitting here telling you that that's just one small aspect of life. And this is why you guys fail. Okay, as men, this is why you will never be a real man. You don't understand yet, okay? Until you've gone on this journey and you master life. I made a video about that called Semen Retention, called The Master of Life. I've told you guys, I've given you every gem that nobody in this damn YouTube has given you. I haven't seen one person with a channel like mine, bro. And I search high and low every single day that is telling you the ins and outs of this retention journey on what you're going to have to know. And I've been trying to guide you guys, but it shows me that you're not on retention, because it should be easy for you to easily switch what it is that you're doing and go on this walk. But most of us are not understanding me what I'm saying. This is how I know you're not doing what you're doing. Okay. This is why it separates us. You separate the men from the boys. Okay. This is why you become the leader. All right. Because eventually the people will get it. One at a time, people will get it. And everything that I have told you guys, you're going to see that it's the truth. This is how you're going to start seeing life. All right. You're going to start seeing that you had blinders all the whole time. You're going to start seeing that you were in your ego. And if you don't, then guess what? Then you're just going to be, you have to be one of those NPCs. There's no other word for it. All right. Because if you just put in the effort and you put in the work, you're going to be able to be downloaded all this knowledge that I have. You're going to be able to know all this. You're going to be able to talk and flow within perfect rhythm. Okay. You're going to become the best that your DNA has to offer. Okay. Your intelligence is going to kick online. Okay. Your intellect's going to kick online. Like I said, things that I never had before have all enhanced since I've been retaining my seed. I've gotten stronger in every single aspect of my life, including my mind. Okay. Including spiritually, because I've dealt with so many things spiritually as well. And this is what I want you guys to understand. Okay. I want you guys to understand that this is not a joke. Okay. And that testosterone does spike 146% naturally. Okay. And my testosterone has not fell off. Okay. The science is telling us that. Okay. This is just a few subjects that they tested. I'm telling you from my own personal journey. Okay. You can hear it in my voice. Listen to the bass in my voice. Listen to the thunder in my voice, bro. This is that testosterone. It never fell off, bro. It's been like this. It's gotten deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper every single day that I go. Okay. The testosterone never leaves. All right. And this is what you guys are missing out on. All right. So keep retaining your seed. And I'm going to finish this video.
Next up, other benefit of becoming a beast in the bedroom: when you master retention, when you gain control and tame your testicles, you can then tap into this ability to control this energy. When you can harness and control this energy, you can then use this to be a beast in the bedroom. Instead of letting this rule you, letting your libido, your sexual energy rule you and drive the desire, and then have you be a type of guy that has premature ejaculation. Instead of that, when you tap into retention, you're the one that's in control. You're the one that puts the reins on the energy, and then you can redirect that to the point where women won't know what to do with you. You're going to literally blow their minds, because if you can tap into this, be a superhuman, you can go for hours. I mean, possibly days. Without getting too graphic here, we're going to talk soon on how you can use these short-term practices to be able to be a beast in the bedroom. But by tapping into this and using these strategies, you can be a beast in the bedroom to the point where you can give your woman 7, 8, 9, 10 without actually going over the edge yourself, because
So here it is. Again, I've proven all things. Okay. In plenty of my past semen retention videos, I told you about how long a man is going to be able to retain when he's being intimate with a woman. I told you that I went for well over an hour. You guys thought I was kidding. Okay. Brought her 3 times in an hour. Okay. And I didn't finish one time. And I felt like I could keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. This is the absolute facts, bro. Okay. I was in total control. All right. And at that, I remember a long time before that, okay, when I was a depleted coomer, Okay. I would get up in there, bro. And once I start hearing that clapping noise, bro, it's like 30 seconds later, I'd be, with the shaky knees, my kneecaps would be buckling. Okay. But as I became on, retention longer and longer, okay, and when I eventually came off that streak, all of these things held true. This is all true stuff, man. I'm not trying to graphic this or make it, glorify it, or I'm just telling you the truth, you guys. Okay. All of these different answers that we want in our lives as men corrected. Okay. I'm talking about your size. Okay. I'm talking about your length. I'm talking about, okay, how long you can last. All right. How you're in control. All of these different aspects of making you stronger translate into all these different parts of your life. Okay. You become a better lover, bro. Okay. You become more intimate. You become more connected. Okay. The eye contact that you have with your lover. Okay. That alone is just going to make her have one alone. Okay. These things that retainers, okay, hold from building up the sexual life force energy, okay, becoming their best version as a man, all right, and being able to share that with their significant others, all right, sets us apart from the rest of the men in the society. Okay. This is why I'm telling you guys, you cannot act this. All right. This is something one of these days we're going to be sought after and we're going to be hunted down by women because they know the truth. Okay. Once they've gone on their journey, once they've done their studying, once they've gone within and gone on, like I said, their own little personal journey of celibacy, they're going to start to see how valuable men like us are. All right. I'm telling you guys the truth. All right. This is what you want. You want to have intimacy with people who are celibates, people who know how to retain their energy. Okay. You're going to be way more connected. It's going to be a more of a love experience. Okay. But what we got going on out here today is we got a whole bunch of people out here just sleeping with everybody. Okay. And they don't understand that they're ruining, okay, their bonding connection with other people, okay, by doing this. And not only that, they're taking in all these negative energies from all these other people. Okay, we need to go back to doing things the right way. We should be seeking out people who are morally correct, okay, who are grounded in nature, who are grounded in life, okay, before we start seeking out money, especially when we start talking about, things of like legacy, okay, and creating offspring. Okay, you don't want to just be sleeping with anyone, okay, just because they have some kind of resources. In a world today where we know how easy it is to get resources, all you got to do is sell your soul and be a creep. Okay, therefore you're dealing with somebody that's in that arena. Okay, you're dealing with all that karma that's going to come with it. Okay, this is why I recommend you guys to continue to go on retention. This is why I recommend for you guys, all right, to stay focused and understand on what we have on the line. Okay, seven women to one man. Okay, I'm not going to say that's what's going to happen, but as you go longer on this journey and you start to see how you are separating yourself from the pack, how you're not going to be one of these people who are falling into the tricks of society, like taking these syringes, okay, like taking all of these pharmaceuticals, which are killing the production of your sperm, okay, making you unable to produce. This is why we're having such a decline, okay, in conception in the United States. All of these things are showing you and pointing you to one thing: the importance of retaining your seed as a man. You are under attack, okay, and I told you, if you just withstand, okay, and endure this test, all right, you're going to come out as the gem, you're going to come out as the diamond. Okay, pressure forms diamonds. All right, this is why you're going through these struggles. This is where you're going through these hardships, for eventually one day you're going to be smooth sailing on this ocean of life. All right, and you're going to be able to have and create everything that is that you want. So just do me that favor, keep retaining your seed, you guys, and I'm telling you, man, everything's going to work out for you.
You've gained such control over your energetic states that you can redirect the energy. And if you decide that you're going to go over the edge, you can do that intentionally. rather than being out of control, being chaotic, letting this thing just build its energy up to the point where it just lets go. Instead of being that guy, you can tap into controlling the energy, taming your testicles. And then at that point, you can just keep going and then intentionally decide when you're done. Now, what are some of the techniques that we can use to tap into seed retention? Let's
Okay, guys. So I'm gonna end that part right there. Okay, that's the last section that I'm gonna talk about on how semen retention you'll get stronger every day. Okay, I've proven my point. Okay, I've showed you guys with my own journey. I've showed you guys with the information. Okay, other men in the community have given their testimonies. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, if you're ready to become this man, which I know you are, okay, because you're out there running around like a chicken with your head cut off, taking all these supplements, okay, watching all of these PUA videos, watching all this red pill stuff, you're intoxicating your mind. Okay, all you need to do is go within and find who it is that you are, okay, as a man on retention. Okay, this is going to make you stronger in every single aspect of your life. Everything about you is going to enhance. Okay, this is no cap, you guys. All right, this is no cap, man. Some of you guys out there are just missing that edge. Okay, I challenge you, 90 days. I challenge you. If you don't come out a better man, okay, if you don't come out stronger, if you don't come out smarter, if this doesn't catapult you into a whole nother life and way of thinking, okay, if this doesn't give you the motivation to get off of your ass and conquer things that you've just been sitting back waiting to do, okay, then you can come back here and you can tell me all about myself. But I know you're not gonna do that, okay, because everybody that comes into these live streams will testify, okay, and tell you that everything that I've said, everything that I've shown you is 100% accurate and it's the truth. The only problem is you got to be able to muster up the confidence. You got to be able to muster up the energy to be out here to do this, okay? Because it's not easy. And the Most High didn't want to make it easy. Give me one video game that you know that's super easy to beat. Any modern video game that you know out there that's super easy to beat. Name me one. There isn't any. And you're not going to do that with the game of life. Sorry, guys. I had to get a quick drink real quick. Okay. So, last thing we're going to talk about before we get up out of here. Don't let her deplete your energy. Okay. This is just going to be real brief. This is not going to be too in depth. Okay. It's pretty clear and simple. Okay. So, we just sat here and we just talked about how you get stronger every single day by retaining your seed. Okay, we just talked about this, how you get stronger every single day by retaining your seed. Now what I'm going to do, okay, is I want to play something for you. I want you to listen really closely. I want you to listen closely to what's in your seed and where you can't get no supplements from the outside world every single time that you are making this decision and this choice. Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys out there got a routine for after you release your seed? I want to ask you guys a serious question. Somebody answer my question, man. How many of you guys out there have a serious routine for after you release your seed? What do you mean you don't have a routine for after you release your seed? You just released and dumped, okay, months and months, okay? And I mean months and months. Listen to me. This is where you think it's a joke again. You just dump months and months of stored energy, okay? Vital minerals and nutrients that your body made. Okay. We're talking about your body. You should look at your body as a 5-star hotel, bro. Okay. Top of the line. Okay. It produces the best fruits. Everything from this 5-star is going to be absolutely top quality, meaning that you're not going to be able to go and find another establishment or not going to be able to go and find something that's going to give you the same benefits as that 5-star quality. Well, guess what? When you're out here, you're busting like that, bro. You're out here releasing your goods, all right? And then you're not out here supplementing. You're not out here taking care of yourself when you're doing that. You even falling in a bigger hole, okay? Because as I said, you're already at such a deficit when you are releasing your seed to that nature, okay? We're talking about like, I don't see what you guys don't seem to understand, bro. Every single time that you bust one, I'm telling you, you're releasing months and months of stored energy, bro. Okay. Depending on how frequent you are. Okay. Because it could be shorter than that. This is why some of you guys, when you release, bro, your seed is just straight water. Okay. Your seed comes out like some damn toothpaste. Okay. You're destroying the reproduction system of your seed, bro. Okay. And this is where I'm telling you, a lot of men out here in the modern day are finding this out the hard way, bro. You're not potent, bro. You can't have no healthy offspring. This is why you having all these little ones with all these sorts of debilitating, things happening to them when they're coming out of the womb. It's because of the lack of a mature seed. Okay. So you guys must understand on what you're dealing with here. All right. So I want you guys to start taking seriously on what it is that you're doing when you're releasing your seed. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to start putting together a little program for you guys out there who seem to don't understand that when you're releasing your seed, that you need to supplement, and you need to supplement high. You need to be able to find these different type of minerals and nutrients and where you're going to get these types of things, because you're not getting this from McDonald's. You're not getting this from Taco Bell. Okay. You're not getting this from your grocery stores. You're not getting all this from steak and eggs. Okay. This is how sensitive this can be, you guys. So just do me the favor. Okay. Be smart on what it is you're doing with your seed. Understand that there's going to be some kind of repercussions to what it is that you're doing. Okay. And this is what we're bringing light to. I want you guys to understand that this is in your seed. So give me 1 second. Why isn't it playing? Have begun studying the benefits of semen intake, both orally and wow. And you know what they came up with, guys? Let me tell you what they came up with. Let me tell you exactly what they came up with. When a man's semen is presented in a woman's bloodstream, what happens is it causes an antidepressant like effect on the female. Wow. Effect on the female. Wow.
Call me crazy, but eating the same chicken and rice day after day is my nightmare. Craving something that tastes good and is good for you, that's where
This is crazy if you really think about it. Antidepressant effect on the female. What are the hormones? What are the different things that are in semen that are causing this? Well, I just read to you guys. I just read to you that you have oxytocin, you have melatonin, you have thyrotropin. Okay. These are the compounds that are in a man's semen that go into a woman's bloodstream, like they said, either orally or through. Wow. Okay. And it causes an antidepressant effect on the female. Now you guys are starting to see exactly how much more deeper this goes. I want to read you one more other thing. Swallowing semen reduces the risk of pre-eclampsia. Okay, pre-eclampsia. Wow. What preeclampsia is basically, so basically says here on Google, a life-threatening condition during pregnancy or shortly after giving birth characterized by the development of seizures. Okay, so basically what you got here, you guys, basically what you got here is your semen has medicinal properties. Wow. Okay, it has medicinal properties. And basically what we got going on in here society is now you see why it's in such high demand at the same time while all downplaying us as just sperm donors. The truth is, guys, we were born with this to be able to help our counterparts, okay? To be able to coexist, all right? And now that they have exposed sex, okay, love making, intercourse, the way that they have, what you have is you have the value on something so precious being thrown to the ground and stomped on like it's nothing, okay? And we all know it's way more valuable than that. We all know it's way more valuable than that just off of what I just read alone, okay? So now you can see why you're in your relationships and things might not be going so well. Maybe you guys are not being intimate, okay? You see what happens when these things aren't happening. What ends up happening is you end up having a breakup. Your woman might end up going out and seeking another partner, okay? Because the simple fact of the matter is, as we've just read, is you can see that this is something that a female actually needs. Wow. So guys, my point made, okay, which was my last point here, okay? This is why you do not want to just be getting with anybody and releasing your seed, okay? Because it is detrimental to a man, okay? We're talking about self-destruction, okay? We're talking about imploding nature, okay? We're talking about irritable. We're talking about unstable, okay? We're talking about robbed of all of your confidence. We're talking about taking your glow. We're talking about knocking you off your mental pedestal. Okay. This is why you do not want her to deplete you. This is why you guys must understand why you need to be on retention. And if you are in a relationship, then it is very important that you practice these significantly longer streaks of retention. Okay. Because what it ends up happening is we get caught up in this cycle, bro. Okay. I'm not wanting you guys to not, be out there and having fun with our counterparts. I'm all for that. Okay. But what you must understand as a man that you have so much more at risk. Okay. Because she is literally going to drain you. Okay. She is going to drain you of all of your energy, you guys. All right. And if this happens, like I said, you're the one who's going to end up, okay, losing the most. You're going to lose your relationship. You're going to lose your focus. Okay. You're going to lose your drive. Okay. You're going to lose your passion for life. All right. This is what happens. And this is why we're preaching what we're preaching. Okay. Because we want every man to be able to ascend to this highest heights possible. I want every man to experience the life that I'm experiencing. I want every man to be able to untap his most intellectual side that his DNA has to offer. I want every man to be able to make sure that he's able to get his swag to 1,000. I want to share. This is what I do. This is why you can't be mad at me. This is why you can never come on here and try to tell you that the shaved Lion King led you wrong. Because all I've done this whole time is show you exactly what I've been doing to be able to get the confidence that I have. Okay. To be able to get in this time machine, reverse myself, and put this knowledge and wisdom that was left for us into practice. Like I said, a lot of you guys just took the information and you sat there and you did nothing with it. I'm not one of those people. Okay. When I tell you I find the truth about something, I go all out on it. Okay. And this is what I've done. This is how I know everything that they've told us in the past, from our Christ to all the modern men who left these wonderful things here, okay, who've left all of their hard work, who've left all of their creations, okay, for us to admire. All of those men have done one thing, okay, and that was learn the art of sexual transmutation, okay. They learned the art of ascending their lower chakras, okay, and until their crown chakra, okay, into an enlightenment, until they're tapped in all their abilities. And this is why they rose to the top. This is why they had the following. This is why they had the gifts that they had. And now you can see why, how someone like me, is putting together this perfect world based off of me doing the exact same transmutation. Okay. And this is how I'm letting you guys know anyone can do it. So you can't be mad at me. You can't be mad at the next man. You can't be jealous at people who chose to put in the work, okay, and that are getting the results, okay, especially when those people have been right here every day, day in and day out, all right, giving you the facts, okay. It's always been up to you, okay. But what I want you to understand, okay, is what I want you to understand is you're going to get stronger every single day, okay. You're going to get stronger every single day, okay. And this is why you do not want to let her deplete you, okay. You don't understand what you got on the line, okay. Nothing against your girlfriend, nothing against your wife, okay. This world is very large. This world is meant for a man to explore and to conquer, okay. And for you sitting back being comfortable in your life, accepting what life is giving you, accepting, okay, and settling for what you think that is meant for you, which I told you most of us are with people we're not even meant to be with, because none of us have gone on this inner journey and found out who we are. Therefore, you've never unlocked, okay, your LOA, your law of attraction. Therefore, you probably are not with your soulmate, aka your twin flame. And this is all I'm trying to get you guys to see. I'm trying to get you guys to see that this all goes together like a book. Okay. And what I've done is I've ascended to the heights of semen retention. Okay. I've learned everything there is to know about the practice. I've put together a complete book. All right. And I'm telling you and I'm showing you exactly what it is that you should be experiencing at every single stage of your journey. Okay. And this is why I want you guys to continue to do what you're doing. Okay. Because eventually you're going to be able to read your book to the world just as I done mine. So I appreciate all you guys who came up in here tonight. I thank you guys again. I appreciate all you guys. You guys hit the like button for your boys, share the video. Okay. Wind this one back. Okay. Let the things that I tell you sink into your brain. Okay. Sit back in a quiet place. Okay. Don't be distracted. Listen to what I'm telling you. Have an intellectual conversation with yourself. Okay. Have a conversation with your higher self. All right. And you'll see that the things that I tell you will eventually resonate, and you will see the beauty of life as we're meant to see it. So I appreciate all you guys that came in here again. I love you guys. You guys have a good rest of the night, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. I love you guys. You guys stay safe. Peace, fellas.
Oh boy, here we go again. Come on, I haven't got much left. Just give me a few days to heal, okay? Then we'll start again on the left hand and... me. I beg your pardon? Feed me.
Activate the Shave Line King.
You are now listening to B-Town Beats. You are now listening to B-Town Beats.
now listening to TSLK.
You are now listening to B-Town Beats. You are now listening to B-Town Beats.
One more time. Who is the master? Huh? Huh?
You betcha I listened to The Shaved Lion King.